Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to Tea and Tarot. So, Hannah Moore, you just asked a question. Do you want a card from the Crystal Visions deck, this one here, or the actual crystal deck that I have? Okay, all right. I just wanted to clarify because I like crystals, so I have several decks that have crystals in them. Welcome, everybody. Today is Tea and Tarot, so you get to ask questions today. Most of you that are coming in are return users, visitors, live streamers, I don't know, viewers. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So go ahead and put your question in the chat. I have the chat up on my phone so I can kind of keep track of whose questions are up next. I will call your name out before answering the question, so make sure you jump in the chat really fast and let me know you're here. So, first things first, since it is Tea and Tarot Day, of course I have my trusty tea mug over here. Today's tea is an English breakfast caffeinated tea by theteabook.com. This one here is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Black Equality. Yeah, it's an English breakfast. So that came out of one of my Sips by boxes last month, actually. So that's today's tea. If anybody else is drinking tea today, go ahead and comment yours. Let me know what you're drinking, where it came from. I love researching new teas. So I'm an avid tea drinker, as most of you probably know. All right, let's get started. So looks like Ava Marie was the very first one to ask a question. So will I meet new good person during January and February? Long-lasting relationship. When do you feel timing? Okay. Oh, let's see. How's everybody today? How is your new year so far? We're a whole weekend now. I love English breakfast too, Hannah Mori. Love it. It's one of my favorites. I do drink a cup of green tea every single morning, though. That's the very first thing I do. I just like tea, period. There isn't very many that I don't like. All right, Ava, let's see what I got here. Ooh, okay, so your very first card, Ava, is the King of Cups. So I'm seeing positive things for you here, and definitely a new journey. You have a Three of Wands. Okay, so new journey ahead, but look at the light shining. I'm definitely seeing something that is positive and uplifting. It doesn't mean there's not going to be challenges, because there is with any new relationship, but I'm feeling Aquarius. So we're looking end of January. End of January, beginning of February is where you're looking at. That's what I'm feeling right now. He's definitely going to stir up a lot of emotions for you. You know, maybe even Pisces. So we're definitely looking end of January through February. So don't look right now, obviously. But Aquarius, Pisces, definitely. Aquarius is your ex. Well, I'm not necessarily his sign being Aquarius or Pisces, but that time of year is when he's going to come to you. kind of like that's his, you know how most people have a favorite time of year? That's when he really feels alive, is that particular time of year. So he's going to be really in the forefront for you to see. But I love the long path here and the bright light, the journey that's starting there. So I see good things with that particular person. Alyan, I cannot talk, guys. Alyana, I think that's how you pronounce it. Welcome if you're new. Oh, I'm just scrolling back through all the comments. Bonita. Will I meet someone new this year and will it last? Are you still here, Bonita? I know we just started. I'm sure you're probably still here, but comment super fast so I know to go ahead with your reading. Hannah Mori, to answer your latest question about asking about the Jupiter dream, yes, but leave it as it is here, so your first question will come first. Because we don't have a ton of people in chat right now, that will be okay. All right, Bonita, let's dry your cards. We meet somebody new this year, and will it last? I'm going to say you already, if you get into a relationship this year, you already know this person. So the first part of the question, if you're going to meet somebody new, the answer is no. Okay. So that doesn't mean that somebody's not going to come along that turns into a different type of relationship. However, you also asked if it would last. So your card that I drew here was the Four of Swords, which normally is kind of a, I don't want to say negative card because I don't think any card is negative, but it's definitely not a positive outlook. However, you got it in reverse. So, I would say the lasting part, so the second part of your question, will it last? The person that this relationship changes with, it is going to last. Now, that doesn't always necessarily mean it's a romantic relationship. Maybe you get in a platonic relationship with somebody and it becomes the best thing that you've ever had in your life. So, I'm seeing a relationship that you currently have changing into something that is going to last a long time, whether that's male or female friendship or, other type of relationship. That's still to be seen, but it's definitely a good thing because, friendships develop over time. Some come, some go, and some deepen as time goes on. I still am very good friends with my best friend from the 4th grade. We hardly ever see each other or hardly ever get to talk, but the second we're together, it's like nothing ever changed, and I can tell her absolutely everything. Then I have a friend that I didn't make until I was an adult, and we talk almost daily. So relationships change, relationships grow, just kind of go with the flow. Know that you have this relationship that you already have, it's already established, and it's going to change for the better. It's going to change something that's long lasting. So those that are just joining us, if you are new to Tea and Tarot, go ahead and just drop your question in the chat and I will get it in the order in which it was received. So I have right here on my phone, I have the questions in order and I will answer them as they come up. So I always ask to make sure you're still here in case it's been a while since you asked your question. Just when I ask if you're still here, just pop in and say I'm here or yes or something to acknowledge that. So, Alyana, you are up. Wanted to ask about my current relationship. Is it the right person for me? What kind of job opportunities? So you got two different questions here. Let's start with the right person for you. Yes, Jumana, there's a list, so to speak. It's just on my phone and I keep the chat up on my phone and I just scroll through. So the first part of your question, Alyana, is if your current relationship is the right person for you. You know, honestly, you have to determine that exactly, because what I see here is this person is an emotional drain, and if you don't have a way to fill up and refill your emotional cup, they are going to drain the life out of you, basically. So if you don't have something else bringing in something, filling up your cup, then this person is going to take everything from you. And that's definitely not a good thing. So, the first part, I personally, if it was me, I would say no. That they were not a good fit, because if somebody is too draining on you emotionally, now it could just be a phase that does happen, okay, but if somebody is too draining emotionally, then any more where I am in my stage of life, I would let them go. But that's me, with the life lessons that I've learned. So let's see if we can get any insight on a job. So Pedro will be next after this reading. Welcome, everybody that's just joining us. We've got quite a few people joining in. If you have never done Tea and Tarot before, then just ask your question. Wolfie, in regards to if you can change your question, yes, you may change your question if you would like to ask something different. Absolutely do that. Just go up and delete your question before. Otherwise, when I come to it, then I'll read it and go over it. Okay, so Aliana, you are a light worker, so you need to do something that is in the realm of helping people. And I'm seeing something, a lot of water involved. Maybe you're a lifeguard or a swim coach, or maybe you teach swimming lessons, or I don't know, maybe you're a marine biologist. I don't know, but there's definitely something involving water. And helping people. So you got the Minnetonkan card, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So basically, you're looking for a job, and you want to look for something that is going to resonate with the reason that you're here in the first place. And that's why you kind of feel like you don't fit in or anything like that when you have a job, because that's not what you're actually meant to do. So that's kind of my guidance there. Look for something that helps people or has something to do with water. All right, Pedro. Jobs for you as well. What do I want? Yeah, we're going to go with this one. Welcome, everybody that is joining us. If you guys are enjoying Tea and Tarot, I do this bi-weekly. Don't forget to hit that like button so that I know that you like the the stream, and it's something that you want to continue seeing. So right now I am on Pedro for his question. I want to know about jobs for me. After Pedro, is Hanamori. So how was everybody's New Year? How did you guys celebrate? Mine was pretty low key. I worked until 11 o'clock and I came home, had a glass of wine, gave the kids some sparkling juice, and we watched the ball drop from New York City on YouTube, pre-recorded, of course, because I'm in Mountain Time Zone. And yeah, then we went to bed. It was pretty low key. It was nice. I enjoyed it. You are very welcome, Aliana. Very welcome. Okay, Pedro, let's see here. Play. All right. So you need a job, Pedro, that is not so serious. You need something that you're going to be able to have fun and celebrate. Maybe this is party planning. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to be a clown. I have no idea what this looks for you, but you need to do something that you have fun, you get to celebrate a lot, and it's not so serious. So don't go after something like accounting or bookkeeping, which are basically the same thing. But don't go after something that is so serious that you can't have fun with your job. So I love this card. Absolutely love it. Maybe you're a bartender, maybe you're a musician, and you just love doing these things and you're sharing your gifts with others, and that's what you really, really are meant to do. Aliana, I just saw your comment that I can call you Allie. That's so much easier. So from now on, you will be Allie. So when you come into the live stream, I will remember. All right, let's see. Sick Heart Quotes, you put the next question in there. Wait, no, Hanamori. Sorry. Hanamori, and then Sick Heart Quotes, you will be up after Hanamori. Dreaming of Jupiter in the day sky, huge presence. Dreaming of Jupiter. There's a lot about astrology and that I don't know. I may have to research that a little further, Hanamori, and I have some friends that are more into astrology and where the planets are and what they mean and stuff like that. So I may have to ask if there's a significance and get back to you on that part, but let's see what the cards have to say. Snarky Star, all you have to do is type in your question and it gets answered in the order in which it was received. So right now I am on Hanamori's question, and after Hanamori will be Sick Heart Quotes 2. Huh. Okay. So, Hanamori. So the dream that you've been having about Jupiter and, this huge presence it's been having and in the daytime sky and all that kind of good stuff. So it has something to do with, an emotional drain that you're having, something that maybe took away a lot of your hopes and dreams that you were looking for. So the first card I pulled was the Nine of Cups, and the second card I pulled was the Four of Swords. So this is something in your life that you feel is an emotional attack on you that maybe feels like, it maybe emotionally damaged you in some way. Yes, Wolfie, you are on the list. So it doesn't say exactly what it's about. Like I said, I will research Jupiter more and find out what more that is related to and get back to you on that. But this definitely has something to do with you being emotionally attacked and just feeling drained and like all your hopes and dreams are gone. So maybe that will help spur a little memory for you on what it might possibly be. Okay, so now, Wolfie, I know you asked if you could change your question. So did you want the spirit message that you asked about? Because if so, then you are up right after Sick Heart Quotes. You're welcome, Hanamori. I'm glad. Hopefully it gives a little bit of insight for you. Okay, so while I'm waiting for Wolfie to respond, Sick Heart Quotes, your question was, what does C think about me? All right. Interesting. So, Sick Heart quotes. Your very first card that I got here was the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So, my interpretation of this is that this person thinks that you are a financial burden or drain or unstable in some way. However, they also see you as very independent and somebody that's going to stand up for what they believe in and be able to defend themselves when needed. Basically, you're somebody that shouldn't be messed with. So maybe that kind of actually scares them. It upsets their own stability, and that's why they feel that way. Which, honestly, if somebody feels that way about you, then that's not somebody you want to be with anyway, because you want somebody that respects you for who you are. So I think that's a beautiful image of you. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so Wolfie, where did you go? All right, Wolfie, I don't see where you changed your question. So if you're still here, then comment and I will get back to you. Otherwise, I will go to the next person. You're welcome, Sick Heart Quotes. And no, you did not miss your turn, Jumana. You just haven't gotten there yet. I am coming up to you, actually, though. Okay, so I have Alyssa Lauren up next, followed by Jumana. Okay, so that's the order it is right this moment. All right, so let's see. Alyssa, me and Martin will reconcile early months of 2020. Lemon Zest, all you have to do is comment your question and it will be answered in the order in which it received. I am on Alyssa Lauren right now, followed by Jumana. Interesting. Huh. Okay. So, Alyssa, you got the exact opposite reading from Sick Heart's quotes, which I find extremely interesting. So, the person that you want to reconcile with sees you as strong and stable and somebody that's, giving and beautiful, but then they also see you as somebody that's not going to stand up for themselves. So you got the Page of Swords in reverse, but you got the Nine of Pentacles upright, which is the exact opposite of, sick heart quotes. So it's still not what they actually think of you. I wouldn't want to reconcile, because if they see you as, yeah, you're gorgeous and you have money, or you're stable and strong, but you're not going to stand up for yourself, so they can walk all over you. And I don't want to see anybody go through that. So I personally, if you want to reconcile, they're going to allow you to, but I honestly wouldn't. I wouldn't at all. I would go and be exactly what they think you're not. And yeah, go be strong, independent, beautiful woman that you are, and prove them wrong. All right, Jumana. Nearest new friendships coming in early 2020. Will new people even enter my life? New people enter everybody's life on a daily basis. It's just a whether or not we acknowledge that they enter our lives. But let's see if anybody of significance is going to enter your life. Maybe a new friend or something. Ooh, okay. So this basically says exactly what I just said. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So everything is always moving, always changing, always growing. Yes, Wolfie, go ahead and drop your question in, and I will get to you. So people are always coming into our lives. I want to draw another card for you. Okay, so, all right, so I'm not getting any better answer than the wheels are always turning, everything's changing, people are coming and going, so there's going to be new people showing up in your life all the time. You just have to be aware of them and decide if you want them to stay in your life, if they're, not somebody you want in your life. Always choose people that, are going or are where you want to be in life. So if you want a more high vibe friendship, seek those people out. Be aware of those people when they come into your bubble, your space, and yeah, make your own friends. Basically, everything's changing. You can make whatever you want happen. All right. Dr. Asma, did you have a specific question for today? Today is Tea and Tarot, guys. So those that are still just joining us, Tea and Tarot, you get to ask your question. I know, Jumana, sometimes they never get a straight answer. And for me as the reader, it's kind of irritating on both sides because I'm giving you a cryptic answer because I got a cryptic answer. And sometimes you just wish they would tell you yes or no or whatever. But then sometimes it makes perfect sense. What a kid. I believe you are up next. Wait, nope. Sorry. What a kid. You are after Kyanot. I believe I pronounced that correctly. Does she want you to make a move? And I know that I've said this before, and you're new to the stream, my dear, but whether you are male, female, your partner is male, female, makes absolutely no difference to me. I'm going to read the cards as they come up. I honestly, it doesn't matter to me. I'm straight. I'm married with 4 kids. My used to be niece, now nephew, is currently in transition, and he's dating another was male, now female, that's currently in transition. I have a nephew that has yet to come out, but we love him. And I also have some cousins that, you know, it doesn't matter to me. I love all people. I don't care who you love as long as they make you happy. And treat you right. They need to treat you right. Yes. Short answer, yes. So, what a kid. The card you got was a 9 of Swords. Generally is a card kind of where you're sitting on the fence, or, you know, you're kind of in this situation that you're lost, you don't know what to do. But in reverse is the opposite of that. So just if you have a feeling that you need to do this, do it. Go for it. I mean, the worst that can happen is she doesn't reciprocate. In which case, all you lost was time. And while time is our most valuable asset, in the great scheme of things, a little bit of time that you spent trying to be happy is time well spent, no matter if they reciprocate or not. But I'm saying go for it. I think great things could happen. And you never know until you try. What a kid. Reading on career. Ooh, what kind of career are you interested in? I'm just curious. You did open up to her. Good. Good, good. What a kid. What kind of career are you interested in? Oh, Wolfie, I have not read for you yet, but I'm getting down to you. I wanted to make sure you were here for your reading. Any job soon, to be more accurate? Okay. Ooh, this will be fun. Okay, so what a kid. Your very first card here is Pleiades. It's basically your star seed. You have a double mission here. First and foremost, your mission is to live here as a human and have a human experience. While doing so, you will be channeling and uplifting humanity. Frida Freya, all you have to do is put in your question and I will answer it in the order in which it was received. Right now, I am on What a Kid. After What a Kid will be Snarky Star. Okay, so after What a Kid is Snarky Star. Okay, so anyway, What a Kid. So you need to live the utmost human experience you possibly can while you're here. Okay, but doing that, you need to also do things that help to uplift humanity. Okay, so a savior. Well, you did get the justice card as your second card, so maybe something in the justice area. So maybe you become a police officer, or you become a lawyer, or it could be any number of things. I served as a 911 dispatcher for 6 different years. Well, I shouldn't say different years, 6 years in a row. And I thoroughly enjoyed that job, and that was helping to uplift humanity because I was able to use my my calmness to help people calm down in emergency situations. And so, kind of look to your gifts, see what you're good at. Even working something like retail or fast food, you can put your gifts out there and uplift humanity. So, but I'm really seeing something in justice is going to come along. I don't know where you're at or what kind of job opportunities are there where you are, but look in that area. You just watched Messiah on Netflix. I haven't watched that one yet. I don't get a lot of time to watch. Hello, Positive for Life. We're doing Tea and Tarot today, so if you would like a question answered, just drop it in the chat box. Right now, I am on Snarky Star. After Snarky Star, Allie will be next. After Allie is Nakuli, if you're still here. Okay, so Snarky Star. I was wondering if I move away this year. If you guys are enjoying Tea and Tarot today, don't forget to hit that like button so that I know you guys enjoy this feed. This is a bi-weekly feed, and on the opposite weeks, we do spirit messages, which is really fun. We get basically no questions. It's just you put on the list, and I give you a message from spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, universal consciousness. You are welcome. What a Kid. Welcome, welcome. So as you guys know that have been here a while, my readings here are always free, but if you ever feel like you want to donate, I do have a PayPal link in the description that you are welcome to donate to, or you can become a channel member on Patreon and get special benefits that way. So Snarky Star, you're wondering if you're going to move away this year. first and foremost, there is going to be conflict that you're going to have to face first. So you got the Five of Wands, and you've got some really strong figures here that are fighting in the foreground. This is definitely something that you're going to have to work around, maybe go a little bit of a different direction to get where you want to go. But in the end, I see you completing the task through this transition, and getting to move, which that will be really exciting. Moving's it's scary sometimes, but it's also very exciting. So I love this card. It's gorgeous. There's eagle on it. There's butterflies and roses. So you have a lot of growth. You have a lot of transition, but you're going to soar and be phenomenal in this new place once you get past the barriers that are in the way. Russia, Ukraine, you guys are, I love that you guys are so all over the place. It makes me so happy. I love that I get to talk to the whole world. All right, Allie. Question here, is the person I'm dating now really in love with me? Sorry for the cheesy question. No question is a bad question. Especially since you're not really asking me. I tap into my guides and they give me the answers. So everything you get is channeled. Snarky Star, you're moving for grad school, and obviously, yeah, that's definitely what the Lions and the other guys there, definitely a lot of competition. So you're gonna have to find your way through and around that. Okay, so you got, all right, so Allie, your first card is the moon in reverse. So normally the moon, at least this version of the moon, is beautiful and calming and really inviting. So on one hand, I would say in reverse, no, the love isn't really there. However, I think this person may be on the fence because your second card here is the Hanged Man. And it was also in reverse, which the Hanged Man, you know, usually somebody's tied up, they're kind of confused, they don't know what's going on. So in reverse, I mean, they're still tied up, but they're, how do I say this? They can see more of what's going on. They just don't know how to proceed yet. So the clarity is starting to come in, and you know, maybe those feelings are going to change and become actual true love instead of maybe they're just feelings of lust for you, which some people can mistake for love, if that makes sense. So maybe this person was mistaking their lust feelings as love, but those feelings are changing. So only time will tell what that person decides. Nuclei, are you here still? I haven't seen you comment since your question. If you are still here, Nuclei Sabande, please comment so I can give you your reading. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the next person. Lemon Zest, you are the next person up. If Nuclei comments before the next person after that, then I will give her reading. So, Lemon Zest, how does ML feel about me? Good deal. I see you're here. It's a bit messy, Allie. Isn't every relationship messy? Even being married almost 13 years, and our relationship has its ups and downs too. I can tell you, stick through the hard times, unless the person is emotionally or physically abusive. Don't ever stick through that. All right, Lemon Zest. Let's see here. So your first card was the Queen of Swords in reverse. Normally the Queen of Swords to me means transition. You're going into something new. So this I'm kind of feeling like it's a stalemate and it's not new and exciting anymore. So this was your first card. Your second card was the Nine of Swords in reverse, which again is feeling kind of like on the fence and you don't know what to do. You're just tired and you want to give up. But again, it was in reverse. So while things may be feeling stagnant, so to speak, you and this person don't want to give up on what you have. Yes, Nuclei, I will read for you after I'm finished reading this one right here. So I don't know if ML is currently a relationship with you, if they're just a friend or whatever, but where they're at right now, they don't want things to change, if that makes sense. They don't want to give up what you guys already have. All right, Nuclei Sabande. You'd like to know whether I will have financial breakthrough this year? And should I forget about sports betting? Ooh, what kind of sports do you like? What's your favorite sport? Good, Lemon Zest. I'm glad that makes sense to you. Soccer. Awesome. What's your favorite team? I'm not a fan of soccer, so forgive me for not knowing all the teams, but what's your favorite team? Personally, I like baseball and swimming. You are very welcome, Lemon Zest. Very welcome. Thank you for joining our live stream. I am here every Monday, most of the time at 2 p.m., unless I have to work early. Hello, Brittany. Welcome. Glad you could join us. Today is Tea and Tarot, so if you have a question, just put the question in the chat box. Interesting. Okay, so I have to pull out the box for this one. So this particular deck has a special card. And I can never remember the meaning to this special card. Okay, so your first card was the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords usually means like heartbreak and emotional upheaval and stuff like that. However, when it's reversed, it's the opposite of that. So, I'm getting a lot of reverse cards today. Apparently, my deck is testing me. Or, I don't know. But, so the emotions are going to be, instead of, you know, like feeling like somebody stabbed you in the heart, it's actually going to be overwhelming joy, like your heart wants to explode kind of joy. So that's definitely a good thing. Now with the unknown card, I've only had this one other time. Let's see if I can find it here again. Okay, so the unknown card. The Crystal Visions deck, which is this one here that we're using right now, includes one unknown card, which represents an answer that's not yet meant to be revealed. It can signify something from the past that one may not fully understand, or something that will happen soon. Whether the unknown card falls within a spread will indicate what area still needs to unfold and what further steps need to be taken. So this card fell on the part of your question asking about sports betting. So it is to be determined. The answer is not yet ready to be revealed on whether you should forget about betting on sports. So as of right this moment, keep doing what you're doing until you feel the answer is available to you. Welcome, Chloe. You can just put in your question and it'll be answered in the order in which it was received. All right, so answered that one. Tatiana, are you still here? It is your turn, Tatiana. After Tatiana, it is Wolfie's turn. Wolfie, if you're still here, you are up next. So Tatiana, Wolfie, and then Frida Freya. In that order. Thank you for subbing, Chloe. I very much appreciate it. If you guys are not already subscribers, I would love if you would join the Soul family and hit that subscribe button. That way you get notifications on every time I go live, which I usually do at least once a week, sometimes more. So don't miss those notifications, and you're always welcome in my live streams. All right, Tatiana, let's get you read here. What does Spirit need to tell me regarding the Taurus and I? We just started talking again. Okay, so Tatiana, your very first card here is the Eight of Swords. With this particular deck, the Eight of Swords, there's a lot going on. So she kind of feels tied. She doesn't know what's going on. There's a lot unknown. And if you step in the wrong direction, it can be very disastrous. You also got the High Priestess. However, she is in reverse. Usually the High Priestess is, a teacher, a mentor. So maybe this person just left your life and you might be feeling a little unsure of yourself, which could definitely, lead you to wanting to know, what's going on with this particular relationship because you don't have somebody there to talk to. And with any relationship, anything new, whether it's friendship, whether it's romantic, whether it's, family, children, anything new can leave unanswered questions. So you need to be really careful proceeding until things start to unravel so that you can actually see what's going on, or until your mentor, your High Priestess comes back into the picture and can help you muddle through what's going on. We all have that one person that is always there and helps us learn things. So, okay, I see. So you broke up in the past and just got back in communication. Take things slow, all right? It doesn't hurt to talk or become friends or anything like that. I have several of my exes that I'm friends with, but that's as far as it went. In fact, I have very short dating record, guys. Okay, so personal here. One of them, we were really good friends in high school and we decided to date, and it really did not work out. And so then we just went back to being friends. And we've been friends ever since. We've been friends for almost 20 years, over 20 years. I don't know, I can't do the math at the moment. So, things can take in a completely different direction than you ever expect, and it can actually be a good thing. Okay, so Wolfie, what is it the spirits want to tell you? All right, so I'm going to break out my yogic path for the first time today. Oh my gosh, guys. So, okay, those that have been on my stream for a while know I love Danielle Noel and anything that she puts out with her artwork. So this deck here is one of her decks. Well, I have a new deck that she has created. I can't remember the author of the deck name, but she is the illustrator on the deck. And I have it coming. It should be here next week, I believe. And I will definitely be doing an unboxing video so you guys can see it. But I am so excited. There are 2 of her own tarot decks that I still need to get, but I know I'm kind of a nerd. I get all excited about a new tarot or oracle deck coming. And this one is a Starseed deck. So this one, Wolfie, isn't totally new. I've had this deck for about a month, and it fast became one of my favorite decks, especially for spirit messages or asking for guidance and stuff like that. Because, and you'll see why, I don't think I've given you a reading out of this deck yet before, but the imagery in this deck is phenomenal, and the definitions, this has a huge guidebook. So this one here, I actually read directly from the book because there's so much in here that I can't even begin to memorize it. So, Wolfie, your very first card here is Buddha. Okay, your second card. Now, these are mostly in Sanskrit, so I apologize if I pronounce them incorrectly, but I'm trying. Pranayama. Pranayama. Okay, so let's start with Buddha. obviously Buddha is a deity, and but Buddha is not in the deity section, so this will be interesting. So upright Buddha. Buddha is not just one person, but anyone who has an aware and blessed soul. Right now, that is you. You have woken up to the true self and let go of the illusion that you are binding you to the material world. You have taken off the mask of security and given a good look into the vastness of your own soul. You have realized that nothing is inherently good or bad, but rather just is. And that's how I feel about a lot of things. Nothing is good or bad, it just is. You understand the non-dual nature of the world, and you're letting go of the judgments of the mind. Hold the knowledge that we are all Buddha nature in this. Just takes some remembering. And pranayama 69. Okay, so this beautiful card. You have inhaled the beauty, joy, and magnificence of life and exhaled the toxicity, stagnancy, and dullness. Now it is time to use the prana, the energy you have cultivated deeper towards your truth. With this control of the breath, you can control your life. So where would you like it to go? If you're seeking more rest, tranquility, and luxury, breathe slower. If you're seeking more energy, speed, and rahas in your life, breathe faster. Through controlled breath, you can decide how you want to feel and when. Begin the study of various controlled breathing practices such as alternative nostril breathing and breath of fire. Use it in your life to magnetize your direction. So, this is so awesome. Okay. So basically, Buddha's saying that, we're all here, we all are just, it is what we make of it, okay? So you are having the power to, basically, they're telling you to play with manifestation. Use these different breathing techniques and, just see what you can create. See what you can bring into fruition. They're wanting you to play with your gifts. That's basically it. So that sounds like fun. Who else would like to play with manifestation just to see if you can create things? That sounds like fun to me. Yes, Hanamori, Sanskrit is so hard. Now, I've taken lots of different language classes in my lifetime. Okay, so I've taken French, I've taken Spanish, I've learned a little German and a little Italian and a little Latin. So I can kind of get the basis of most words no matter what language they're in. Or I can understand somebody that's speaking a different language much better than I can speak it because my mouth just doesn't form the syllables correctly. So those that are just joining, you are welcome to ask a question. Okay, all you have to do is put the question in the comments and it will be answered in the order in which it was received. Please only ask your question one time. If it is asked more than one time, I will delete it because it kind of messes things up, messes up the list and makes things longer for everybody. Oh, and if we have time, you are welcome to ask more than one question, but I ask that you limit it no more than 2 or 3 so that I can make sure to get to everybody. All right, let's see who's next. Frida Freya. Frida Freya, did you have a question? I don't see one in here. I saw you comment several times. Positive for Life, I will go ahead and answer your question. What's good going to be coming for me and Gray in the love area this January? Oh, there. I see your question, Frida Freya. So if you're here, I have Positive for Life, and then Tanya, and then Frida Freya in that order. And it's okay, Chloe. Just know I will get to you. I'm working my way down the list. Allie, most of the time I don't limit the number of questions you can ask, but it depends on how many people are in the stream and how many questions we have. So don't worry about it. It's okay. It's all good. And yours are spaced far enough apart that they don't interfere with anybody else's questions anyway. So I just want to make sure everybody gets a chance to ask that wants to ask a question. How long have we been streaming anyway? Hour and almost 20 minutes. Cool. Doesn't feel like that long. All right, Positive for Life. What good things do you have coming? So you have the Six of Pentacles. So remind me what you do, because I'm seeing a lot of fruits of your labor coming to, it's time for harvest. So you have lots of work that you've put in, and it is time to reap that of which you have sown. So you have a bounty coming to you, whether that is financial, whether that's spiritual, whatever it happens to be. You have this great bounty that's coming and making your life so much more rich. Your second card is the Two of Swords in reverse. So the Two of Swords, you know, she's kind of ready for a fight, but she don't know what's coming from. And, you know, there's so much unknown because she can't see what's coming. So, yeah. So you can see what's coming, and you're ready for it. And you have so much coming. Yeah, for you and Gray, I don't know why. For some reason, it is for both of you, okay? So it is for your relationship, but for some reason, it's pointing me towards, you know, something you've worked hard at. So I don't know, like I said, if that's your career, if there's something that you have worked really hard at that is coming ready for harvest, that is going to be very beneficial to your relationship. Or if it is something you've put into your relationship that is coming to harvest, that is going to make it that much better. But you're going into this with both eyes open, and this beautiful harvest is coming for you to, you know, to reap what you have sown. And this is definitely going to be a good thing. You're going to have a lot of clarity, and it's really going to bless your relationship. You're waiting on an acceptance letter? Okay, so maybe this acceptance letter is going to show up, and, you know, it's going to bring more to your relationship. It's funny how different things in our life affect all the different areas of our life. So like my job, me having a job, I actually have multiple jobs, guys. me bringing in an income relieves stress off my husband, which actually makes our relationship better, stronger. I know it sounds weird, but it absolutely is that way. Also, things like taking care of yourself, making sure that you are your number one priority, makes you a better provider, a better giver, a better mother, a better wife, a better significant other. It seems backwards, but it absolutely is 100% true. All right, Tanya, you are next, followed by Frida Freya. After Frida Freya is Chloe. Okay, so first here we have, scroll back up to Tanya. Tanya, is Mark a cheater? On one hand, I don't like answering these questions because I know the feelings that occur if the answer is yes. On the other hand, I believe you should absolutely know if your partner is, but I hate giving yes answers because I never ever want to hurt somebody like that. Because I have been hurt like that and I know how it rips your heart out. But let's hope I don't have to give bad news. Seriously? So, your first card is the wheel. The wheel basically says everything changes. Everything's always changing, and it's just a season. Your second card is the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is the Seven of Cups upright in reverse. So this dragon is a thief of joy in this case, stealing all the emotional goodness that you have and, you know, taking you away, and not in a good way. So I'm going to say most likely. If not physically, the emotional cheating is definitely there. I can't say physically yes or no because the cards don't reveal that. But emotional, there's definitely been an emotional connection with somebody else and not in a benefit for you. I hate giving those answers. I'm sorry. I would hug you if I absolutely could. If there was a way to do a virtual hug, I would absolutely do it. Because I have been there. Multiple times. All right, Frida Freya. How will my exam go next month? Ooh. All right, I'm going to break out the moon cards for you, Frida. All right, Grandpa, you can quit playing in the smoke over there. I see you. Yeah, I see you. All right, guys, I don't know if you can see the candle behind me over here, but there's little wisps of smoke popping up, little circles of smoke, and my grandfather's spirit comes and visits regularly to my house, and he's over there playing in the candle. Not the actual candle itself, but in the smoke, he's making little smoke circles. Okay, okay. We already knew that. Hi, Kayla. Welcome. So if you have a question, we're doing tea and tarot today. All you have to do is put your question in the chat, and it will be answered in the order in which it was received. Chloe, sometimes he can be a little nuisance. He was kind of that way in life, though. So I expected nothing else in death. But he's kind of one of our guardians here. He's the Akashic guard for my Akashic records, one of them. And he frequently visits. He visits so much that my children recognize when he's here because he likes to change the TV channels on them. Mind you, we don't have normal TV. We have an Apple TV with Disney Plus, Hulu, Gaia, and Netflix apps, and he will change the different apps and different profiles and pick something else. And it's really funny when my 3-year-old goes, "Mom, great grandpa changed the channel again." So anyway, sorry, Frida Freya. So your very first part of your reading was a personal issue reaches resolution, which, duh, you're taking a test next month. So that was kind of a no-brainer. And your second is the pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So basically, I hate it when they give me these answers. You know if you're going to pass or not, because you're the oracle. So I hate it when they give me those answers. Grandpa, you better not be messing with my readings. So how do you feel, Frida? Do you feel confident like you're going to pass the test? If not, go study some more until you feel confident. All right, Chloe. Will me and my crush get together? You would be freaked out a little. Well, I can't be freaked out, Allie, because so I actually helped my grandfather pass. So I'm just recently got grandmastered, but I'm a Reiki master, grandmaster as of last week. But I helped him pass over with Reiki. I also helped my husband's grandmother pass over with Reiki. Now, I've helped people pass before without using Reiki, without actually knowing what I was doing. But I help more animals cross the bridge than people. But so I knew Grandpa was passing about a week before he actually did. And he passed while I was in town, because I live over 100 miles from where him and my mother are, or where his house with him and his wife and my mother live. So I'm over 100 miles from them, which is about a 2-hour drive. So I knew he was passing, and it was never scary for me. He was my best friend as a kid, and it was always kind of I don't know. I just once I had my spiritual awakening, I just kind of accepted the spirits, and I make sure they behave themselves. I don't allow them to, do things that are like push books off the walls or whatever. Thank you, cutie. Thank you. Thank you so much for subbing. I totally appreciate it. And yes, if you have a question, just put it in the chat and I will get to you as soon as I can. Okay, so Chloe, your question, will you get together? So first and foremost, you got the Eight of Swords, okay? Now remember, with the Eight of Swords, you're kind of tied up, you can't see clearly, and there's obstacles or dangers in every direction. In reverse, it's not going to be a whole lot different other than the fact that you know what you're getting into, so your bonds are loosening here. You're not completely bound to do whatever somebody else wants you to. There is still danger, and that is shown here in the Five of Wands. There is obstacles in the way that you need to be aware of so that you can work around them, so that if you and your crush want to get together, you absolutely can. So just know anything worth having is worth fighting for. So if you have to fight for it, then make sure it's worth having. Okay, make sure this is exactly what you want and go for it. Absolutely. I encourage people to follow their dreams no matter what, unless there is abuse. That is my draw right there. I've been in an abusive relationship. It's not fun. I don't recommend it for anybody. And if you need help getting out of one, somebody to talk to, hit me up. I will absolutely talk to anybody about it. Acel, are you still here? Welcome, Kimchi Bay. If this is your first time to Tea and Tarot, all you have to do is put your question in and you are on the list. Yes, they are absolutely way hard and scary. And honestly, when I was in an abusive relationship, it was not physical until the very end. He only hit me once. But from day one was the emotional and psychological abuse, and I didn't even see it until somebody else pointed it out to me. Thank you guys for the new subs. Absolutely, thank you. Let's see. Okay, Asel, does ex-boyfriend love me? Does he want to come back? You're very welcome, Chloe. Very welcome. I very much enjoy doing readings for you guys. If you like the Tea and Tarot readings, don't forget to hit the like button. Like my thumbs up. It's pretty cool, huh? So, basically it just helps me know what you guys like and what you don't. If you don't like them, absolutely put a thumbs down. I'm okay with that. Okay, so Asel, I'm gonna say, does he love you? No, it is not love. That doesn't mean he doesn't want to come back. Just know it's not love. Okay? It may be convenience, it may be lust, but whatever it is, he's not seeing you as a support system or somebody that he can share a life with, but this is for him, and he may not realize this, okay? It's more of a parent-child relationship. You probably being more of the parent, because men tend to, no offense guys, but they mature slower than women do, most of them. So your first card was a Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Normally that's stability, that's, you know, abundance and stuff like that. So I'm not seeing that here. Six of Cups, definitely a child emotional relationship there. So, I mean, if he wants to come back, do you really want to let him? If his emotional stability is that of a child, you know, maybe he's not emotionally developed enough for a serious relationship. Is that something that you want to put yourself through? That's completely up to you. All right, Angela Williams, are you still here? After Angela, I have, starting to catch up, guys. After Angela is Cutie Cutie. You're very welcome, SL. I hope that helps with your decision a little bit. And Allie, yes, I love my relationship with my grandfather. I wish he was still here in physical form, but his physical form was tired and aged, and definitely he needed something new. So he's better now. All right, Kayla, if you put a question in, then I will get to it as I come to it. Trying to find my spot. I lost my spot, guys. Oh no. All right, so I got Frida Freya. Okay. All right. Okay, Kayla, I see you here. You're actually right above Cutie Cutie. So I will answer yours first and then Cutie Cutie. Should you contact Amir? Good night, Allie. Thank you for joining us for the live stream. You can catch us next week too. Kimchi, yes, you are on the list as long as you put in a question. If you just comment, then I don't know if you want a question or not. Today is Tea and Tarot, so you do get questions answered today. Thank you very much for subscribing, Mitch. I very much appreciate it. And welcome to Tea and Tarot. So Tea and Tarot, those that are new, is a bi-weekly show that I do. And on the off weeks, we do spirit messages. Tea and Tarot, you get to ask your questions. With spirit messages, it's just whatever the spirits have in store for you. All right, so Kayla, should you contact Amir first? I'm going to say yes. Okay, so your very first card here is the Page of Cups. So cups are very emotional, and if you look at this beautiful picture here, you have this shining emotion there, and this beautiful girl who has this beautiful cup of emotions, and she needs to share it with somebody. So go ahead. I say absolutely contact him first. Just be aware, okay? This is the Eight of Swords in reverse. There's always dangers to everything, but you're going in with your eyes open so you can see the different dangers that are possible in this situation. So go for it, girl. Do it. Simple answer. I love it when it's simple like that. I love to give you guys yes or no questions, simple and to the point, no wishy-washy. All right, cutie cutie. What can I expect to happen in my life in the next few weeks? That's a good question. What can we all expect? In the next few weeks. You think he's tired of you? Well, if he's tired of you, he will let you know, because guys are good at that usually. Most don't tend to beat around the bush. They just move on. And if he's still talking to you, he hasn't moved on quite yet. Ooh. I love these cards. I love them so much. Okay. Sorry, guys. Talking to the cards. They're telling me off for trying to shuffle too many times. Okay, so cutie cutie, your first card here is Sahasrara. Sahasrara. I'm so bad at Sanskrit, guys. Your second card is the Age of Light. You've been training for this for a lifetime. Ooh, okay, we have to look up this one and see what she says. 61. What have you been training for a lifetime for? Our whole lives are all about training us to become our highest selves. So this here is about the crown chakra. You have noticed intuitive rushes of creative wisdom channeling through you, lighting up your every cell. That is called a download. It is a message from the divine selected to come to you because you have the potential to birth it into this planet. These downloads occur when the crown chakra is open, which may only be a few seconds, but is enough to illuminate a path that you never knew possible. Find what brings you to these channeling states and bring yourself there as much as possible. Whether it's through meditation, walking in nature, singing, or writing, the absence of mind allows the genius of the divine. Those intuitive hits choose you. Not now. Is it your time to birth them into life? So, you keep getting downloads, whether you realize it or not. But in the age of life, okay, you need to use these downloads that you're getting to birth something new into now, so that you can help the collective consciousness further in their path. You actually had an aha moment today. That's a download. When that light bulb goes off, no matter what you're doing, listen to it. Okay? We all get them. So I get them when I'm sleeping. I got a channeled message for a friend the other day, right before I woke up. And never in my life have I ever had that happen before, but her guides know that she listens to me. And so if I give her the message, she will listen to it. So obviously her guides were trying to tell her something and maybe she wasn't getting it. And so they're like, all right, Jen, you need to give her this message. From Norway. Awesome. Sorry. Squirrel moment. Okay. So let's see who is next. Kimchi. Okay, so Kimchi. I have Kimchi and then Katie. And then Aliyah. If you guys are still here, that is in the order. Followed by Big Brain Energy. So let's get Kimchi. Sorry, I'm reading these comments here, guys. Sonia, all you have to do is put your question in the comments and it will be answered in the order in which it was received. Okay, let's see here. All right, Kimchi, just out of curiosity, this is only for my own curiosity. How long have you and your boyfriend been together? Sometimes it helps me paint a better picture. Mitch, all you have to do is put a question in and I will answer them in the order in which it is received. If somebody's not here and they don't answer, I skip over their question. Especially this late in the feed. Because they're probably not going to watch the whole replay to get their answer. 9 months in 3 days. That's a good chunk of good chunk of time there, Kimchi. Okay, so Kimchi, your first card here is the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm seeing like he is not feeling fulfilled in some way. Like he's not feeling stable anymore. And there is kind of a temptress out there. I can't say he is cheating or he isn't cheating from these two cards, but there is definitely another person out there that is tempting him. And see, after so long, you get kind of in the groove of things and things are comfortable. So if you look, the very earthy colors, it's warm, it's inviting, but red is passion. And at the beginning of a relationship, everything is passion and fire and exciting. And guys are weird sometimes. And when they get in the comfortable stage, they get nervous and make up excuses and try and find that fire again, like it's completely gone, when really it's just changed. So, for example, you know, these candles, okay? So the fire's not gone, right? The fire is just changed from a brand new candle that I lighted today. See how big the flame is? To this one here, where the flame is more muted, but it's still there. It's still burning. It's still doing what it's meant to do. But, and it's not always just guys, but sometimes, you know, when a relationship gets to this stage, people get uncomfortable because that's the commitment stage. That is the longevity stage, and it scares people. And subconsciously or consciously, they may look for something less scary because they're actually uncomfortable in the comfortable situation, if that makes sense. So I can't say yes, he's cheating, but there is a temptress in the vicinity. All right, Katie Ginger. Does your colleague think of me as a person? I sure hope so. I would kick somebody's butt if they didn't think of me as a person. I know some people are like that. They don't acknowledge anybody that they think is lesser than them. I've known people like that. Especially managers tend to forget that you're real people and not just some peon slave that they can order around. Does she think of you? Ooh, okay. I don't have to go any further than this card here, Katie. So you got the Chariot. This is what she thinks of you, okay? You are an in-charge go-getter, okay? So basically, this is somebody that you can rely on. This is somebody that is, you know, think of the gladiators. The chariot races were some of the most dangerous. So this is somebody that you can really rely on to carry through in the hard tasks. And that's really how she sees you, this strong, independent woman that is up for a challenge. I love this card. I absolutely love it. I even love it more when I only have to draw one card to get a complete picture because the message is so there. Aaliyah, are you still here? Aaliyah, and then Big Brain Energy. If you guys are still here, please comment so I can get your readings done. After Big Brain Energy is Mitch. Even though you wouldn't say, well, sometimes we don't think of ourselves in ways like that, but it's definitely true. Sorry, guys, I have to plug in really fast. All right, Aaliyah, give me just a second. Just have to make sure. Okay. Sorry, had to plug in or else I was going to lose you. Okay, so where'd your question go? There it is. Does the Cancer regret the breakup and is he thinking about getting back together? Welcome, Ida. Today is Tea and Tarot. So you get to ask a question and have it answered. All you have to do if you want a question is type it in and it is answered in the order in which it was received. And those of you guys that are enjoying Tea and Tarot today, don't forget to hit that like button or dislike. If you don't like it, I'm okay with that. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Ooh, goodness. All right. All right, Aaliyah, let's see what the cards have to say for you. Ooh, okay. So your first card here is the Hierophant, okay? And so, you know, he's kind of got a lot on his plate and a lot, like a whole lot going on here. He's kind of an important person. Maybe it's just to himself, but he sees himself that way. As far as the getting back together, you got the Hangman in reverse. So, you know, he's kind of tied up and unable to go anywhere right now. So his feelings are not coming into play right now. So what he's feeling has absolutely nothing to do with you guys not being together anymore. It also has nothing to do with if you will get back together. It has to do with his responsibilities and the things that he has going on in his life. And until he can become untied from such things or learn how to delegate or something like that, the getting back together part is probably not going to happen. Okay, Mitch, I am scrolling down here to your question. And we are over 2 hours now, guys. So I will take one last question on the list so that I can get through everybody before my time is up and I have to go adult today. So those of you that just joined, if you have a question, make sure you put it in right now, okay? In 5 minutes, I will be putting a stopper to all questions. Okay, so this is, thank you for retyping it, Mitch. The question that we are on. I'll move this down a little bit. Okay. Okay, so you got the Nine of Swords in reverse. The new semester is just starting. So this here, normally, it's about being on the fence, nowhere to go, feeling kind of cold and alone. So, opposite of that, Mitch, is, you should be feeling refreshed. It's a new semester, and, you have this new journey ahead of you towards your final destination. Your second here is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so since it is the second semester of the year, you may be feeling a little bit less passion than you were at the very beginning of the year, despite the fact that, it's a new semester and you're starting new classes. But despite the lack of passion or the lack of excitement for the new semester, I see you going places, and this is really helping in your journey towards the end. Okay, so don't give up. Sometimes second semesters are harder than the first semester, especially when you have more classes. All right, questions are closed. Rooms are closed. Okay, I will answer all questions up until my post right here that I just put in the chat. Anything after my own will not get answered. Okay, guys, I have to end sometime, and we've already been on for 2 hours. Can you believe it? Okay, Sonia, your question: is there still hope between me and D? We are no longer in contact. Yeah, I understand that, Mitch. It can be really hard. All right. Okay, so Sonia, you got the Seven of Cups first. So there may still be emotions there that are unresolved between the two of you, which after a breakup, that's not uncommon. However, you have the wheel, and the wheel is stuck. So without movement, without progression, if the wheel is stuck, you're not going anywhere, and you can't go anywhere. And so every relationship needs progression, every relationship needs to develop, the wheel needs to be spinning. So without that spinning, I'm going to say, at this point right now, no, there's not any hope until something changes first to get that wheel unstuck. Hopefully that makes sense. And it may be on his side, it may be on your side, it may be a little bit of both. But something needs to change in order for that wheel to get unstuck before anything can progress if it's meant to. Hello, happily ever after. I just now saw your comment. I wasn't ignoring you. I'm sorry. All right. Lab blah. What do you see in my love life? I don't know. Let's find out. Welcome, honey bunny. Yes, big brain. Sorry you missed your turn. That was a while back, actually. And I'm not taking any more questions this time. I have to wrap things up, so I'm trying to get to the end of my list right now. I do a live stream every single Monday. This month, they're all going to be at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. As long as you are subscribed to the channel and have your notifications turned on, you'll get notified when I go live. So next week is spirit messages. So next week is no questions, but you get direct messages from the spirits, from ancestors, angels, universal consciousness, whatever it happens to have a message for you. So please join us next week, and I can get you a message. Judgment. All right, big brain, I will leave it to the collective. Those of you that are still on, should I allow big brain to ask their question? Leave it up to you guys. But this will be the very last question. So you tell me. You are the all-knowing. All right, so blah, blah. You got Judgment in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So lack of judgment and lack of stability. I'm going to say, please don't get into any new relationships right now. So, yeah, that's obviously there's something going on in your life that's making it hard for you to go into these things with clear eyes. And right now, the options that are out there are not going to give you stability. So I'm seeing right now, stay out of the love circle and just be you. And yeah. Oh, okay. Big brain energy. You are the very, very last question. And to be honest, I was going to give it to you anyway. But Carrie, I'm sorry, the list is closed. I've been on for almost 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, big brain energy. So I don't have to scroll back to where your question was. Would you please type it in for me again? And yes, no falling asleep. Your question's coming up very shortly. No. Blah, blah, blah. I don't see anybody coming right now because of Charla, you are still on the list. In fact, you are next, dear. Okay, so don't go away. Anyway, blah blah. What's your real name? So I can call you your real name or a name. I don't care if it's a nickname. But your spirit guides aren't allowing anybody new to come into your life for love purposes until you can get something straightened out. And I don't know what that happens to be, but there's something going on that needs to be straightened out before they're going to allow anybody to come into your life. All right, Charla, here is your question. Wanted to know if my Pisces person is lying to me about having no money to buy air ticket. Hmm. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Charla, first and foremost, you got the Seven of Wands. So he has a lot of demons he's fighting off right now. A lot of matches trying to light him on fire. And so he may not have the money to come. And I don't see him coming at all. Because you got the King of Cups here in reverse. So I don't see him coming at all. So even if you give him the money for a plane ticket, there's going to be something that comes up that makes it so he can't come. So I would have a hard time giving money to anybody that was wishy-washy like that, he's probably not lying about not having the money. Okay? So we'll just put that right there. But something will happen where he has to use the money that you give him for something else, and so he still won't be able to come. The only way the money will get used for a ticket is if you buy the ticket, and even then, something's going to come up that he can't be there for whatever reason. Something's going to get in the way. And so it's just going to be a disappointment for you. And, well, that's a lot of money to put out for an airplane ticket. Any air flight anymore costs way more than it used to. So it's not cheap to fly. Okay, big brain energy. So feeling unmotivated is making me sad. Any advice? So in reference to your exam, that's in 5 months. He always has excuses. You know, some people are like that. I've met quite a few people, and basically they don't want to hurt your feelings, but they don't want to come. Because somebody that truly wants to be there will be there. They will find a way. Even if they have to borrow money, they will find a way. All right, big brain energy. Let's see what is in store for your exam. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So this is the beginning of something new. It's a new rite of passage for you, and which kind of makes sense if it's a big exam. Let's see what we can get here. Really? Okay, so with this rite of passage, with this initiation, the crossing of this threshold. Hello, welcome back, Snarky Star. I am on my very last question, and then we were going to be done. So, big brain energy. I hope you're still here and not sleeping, because this is good news. So we've been getting this card a lot today, the Five of Wands, which generally is there's a lot of barriers to overcome and everything. You got it in reverse, the first reverse one today. So you got this test in the bag. You can do it. You're going to do amazing. That doesn't mean don't keep studying, because you need to keep that information in there. It's still 5 months away, but you have it. You've got it. So keep going. I have faith in you. You are. So I'm glad you got your reading. That is such good news. Let me know. I know it's 5 months away and you'll probably forget, and I'll probably forget, but if one of us remembers, let me know how your test goes. I want to know. I love hearing the outcomes from, things like this, guys. Can I channel lost ones? I can't really channel them, but I can get messages occasionally. So next week we're doing spirit messages. So Stated Live UK. Next week, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I will be doing my spirit message readings. So all you have to do is say you want a reading, and the guides, the spirits, the ancestors, whoever it is has a message for you, will give that message through me. So it's one of my favorite things to do. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel with the notifications on so that you can get notified when we go live next week for spirit messages. Those that are still hanging around, don't forget to like the stream or dislike if you don't like it. But yeah, we are done for today. Sorry, Snarky Star. Questions closed about 15 minutes ago, and I just finally finished getting through the list. So I am closing for today. I gotta go get dinner ready for my family before I go to work. So until next week, you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. And yeah, look forward to some new videos. I have a full moon video coming up that you should enjoy. It's just an energy reading for the full moon. 113th subscriber. Woohoo! Yeah! Thank you, MS, for subscribing. I truly appreciate it. If you guys are interested in becoming a channel member, because I don't have memberships turned on, you can go to Patreon and do that there. I have special incentives for my members at that location. And yeah, I hate to say goodbye, guys, but I really have to go. So until next time, I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk later. Bye.